Hey guys, Katie Plays here with a Sims 4 get-together inspired speed build. This cozy English cottage style starter home is perfect for a newlywed couple just starting their lives. A pretty flowered walkway leads to the front door. The house has one bedroom, one bathroom, and a hobby room that can be converted into a nursery if your sim couple decides to start a family. The house is built on a 20 by 15 lot and costs just under the 22,000 simoleon starter budget for 2 adult Sims. As always, this house is available for download on the EA Gallery. The link will be in the description below, but you can also find it with my username KatiePlaysIt, or you can do a search for Katie Plays and find my other houses as well. So first things first, as always, is getting the structure of the house down. One thing I really wanted to use from Get Together is the new walk-in closets, and so you can see the spots where they'll be placed later. Some of the older houses that I built have the same kind of empty wall bits in them, so I might have to go back and put closets in some of those too. This whole house is actually inspired by Windenburg and Get Together. I really liked the kind of very European style to it, so that's kind of what I was going for. I also wanted to do a starter home because the last few houses that I've done have been very expensive. And I know that for me, I don't always want to cheat with a new family, and sometimes I just want to have someplace cute for them to live that they can afford. So this is what I did. It actually takes up pretty much every single simoleon that they get, and you have to have 2 adult Sims in the household to be able to buy it right away. I believe they were left with like 10 simoleons when I was done. Yeah, down to the wire. So somebody's going to have to get a job right away in order to be able to eat and pay the first set of bills that comes in. Anyway, here I am messing with the roof. I knew exactly what I wanted it to look like, and I just couldn't really get everything to line up quite properly. But I wound up getting it pretty close, and it was good enough for government work, so I wound up leaving it like this. I did spend a little more time poking at it, but essentially what I've got is how it wound up staying until the end. I really love a lot of the new looks that came with Get Together. The wall tiles are amazing. The only thing that's missing, and I can't believe that it's not here because it's so very common, is I really wanted to be able to put shingles up on that top roof wall bit. I don't even know what it's called. The gables, maybe, where I put the brick. I wanted that to be shingles, but alas. Maybe next time. Had to move the lot around a little bit. I knew I wanted a walkway up to that door. I really loved having it kind of on the side. So the positioning, I know it's not centered and that might bother some people, but it looks good in the end, trust me. I was also really happy to see new pillars. Oh my goodness. There's still not one that's exactly like what I want, but these new ones are great. So the outside actually didn't take me super long at all. Then I went inside, and trying to furnish the place on a budget is kind of tricky. I don't like the look of any of the cheap stuff, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Got some cabinets, some little hoods in. That kitchen is too small to really put a whole lot of clutter in, or any for that matter. This hanging basket is the cutest thing. I love it so much. I kind of went back and forth a little bit, decorating the inside and the outside. And then I wound up having to make this bedroom a little bit bigger. I realized a bed wasn't going to fit in there properly. Yeah, there I go, fixing the porch again, and then back to the bedroom. These awnings are really cute. They didn't work out for this house, but I have a couple other ideas that they'll be perfect for. The closet in the wall, you guys, I love it so much. I've been wanting that for ages. I didn't even know I wanted it until I saw it. but I was like, yep, those are perfect. So then I put in a little vanity in the rest of that bedroom space. I think it turned out pretty cute. I wish that there might be one and I just don't know. I wish there was an actual vanity that I could put a chair in front of to sit at. Those are really cute. Kept the bathroom really basic. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money in there. Got a painting up because it's kind of obligatory. Sink, toilet, bathtub. I did want a fireplace, but they're kind of expensive and there's not a lot of space in that living room, so I decided against it. We just put in a small sofa and a love seat, and I think I wind up putting a bookcase out there too. I couldn't decide where I wanted the couch for a while. I just spun it around for fun while I thought. The furniture's kind of mismatchy. Kind of like maybe they went to the used furniture shops, got the couches they could afford. That seems like the starter thing to do. I remember my first couch, I got it on Craigslist for $10. It was ugly, but it was cheap and really comfortable. So I still don't love the curtains. Didn't put any up. Didn't buy a computer because computers are expensive. But I did put in a woodworking table. I felt like it just kind of fit the style of the house, and none of my houses have them. So there you go. Whoever lives here is going to have a new hobby. Put in a few paintings. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on that either, but I didn't want the walls to be completely bare. A little coat rack by the door. I put some knives in the kitchen, the one decoration in there. I can't even tell you how much it killed me to not be able to put stuff on those counters, but there's only 2, so I left them blank. For the wallpapers, I used some that I hadn't used before, kind of more old-fashioned sort of patterns. It fit the style of the house better. It's nice to branch out sometimes. I went with a pretty neutral out in the living room and kitchen. Then I went with the darker hardwood. The carpets are all ugly, so everything's going to have hardwood until we get prettier carpets. I did put some knickknacks in the office, though. Office hobby room. Just because there's no computer doesn't mean it's got to be empty. Couldn't decide what to put in that other corner, so I wound up putting an easel in. None of the plants looked quite right, especially with the bonsai tree in the other corner. So in case anybody is wondering why every speed build I make has at least one box of tissues, it's because I am allergic to life and I am always sneezing and I have tissues everywhere. And so it's just kind of my little Katie Easter egg. I wanted to put wall lights in the bathroom, but they were all too dim and kind of expensive to get enough in there. So now that I'm done with the inside, I went back outside for the landscaping. I got my dirt by the foundation, a little dirt pathway, and then I put some brick inside of it. And then I put some flowers. I had to use the smaller, cheaper ones because I needed a lot of them and I didn't have a lot of money left. But the idea was conveyed pretty well. This little flower-lined walkway. And I really love this new mailbox that came with Windenburg. My only complaint about it is that I couldn't make the bottom part brown so it matched the rest of my house. But the little flowers are adorable. And there's a fence that matches it, so it kind of goes right into it like a fence post. So that's awesome. I don't show it in this video, but I saw it in somebody else's. I had a hard time with the bush on the side there, kind of trying to get it to look right from all angles. And this little corner here was also kind of fussy. That's probably the part I spent the most time on, especially with the landscaping. I really wanted to get more stuff along the sides of the house and in the little back corner, but I was running low on funds, and I had to have a tree. There's a lot of cute new roof decorations and an awesome chimney. I was just looking at it. I wasn't going to put it since there was no fireplace. I do wish that there was an option for that kind of like the whole chimney effect that there was in Sims 3, I think it was, where it kind of made a little bit of wall on the first floor. That would have looked so perfect. But I wound up just putting a little weather vane kind of thing up there. And it turned out pretty cute. I guess if I had put a fence on that little porch, the front landscaping wouldn't have mattered so much, but the foundation is just barely raised, so it didn't even matter. Then when I looked at nighttime, I realized that we needed some lights, so I had to get rid of some plants so that I could afford the lights. That's how close I cut it, and then I had to go fix that edge again. I think it wound up good enough. I'm not as happy as I was before I put the lights in, but the lights were more important, so it worked out okay. We are now nearing the end of the video. This one was a quick one. I hope you like this house. Again, it's on the EA gallery. Link is in the description. Thanks so much for stopping by. See you later.